Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I want to be free as can be.
They say that freedom is the ability to fully experience life. The GUT Credit Union is giving you the freedom to choose. Get a loan for any purpose, whether it's consolidating your debt, buying a vehicle, owning your home, back to school, or a dream vacation. We offer competitive rates with terms and payments that fit your lifestyle. Call 440-1354. Email loans@gutcu.com or visit go.gutcu.com/freedom to start enjoying your life, your money, your way. Promotion ends September 30th, 2022. Special conditions apply. More freedom, more choices. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
This is the network news for Wednesday, August 31st, 2022. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines, NDC-led government to be driven by 5 overarching pillars as the first session of the 11th Parliament opens. Cabinet overturns 2014 prohibition for TAMCC and UE. Impasse settled after $3.185 million payment by government to TAMCC. And then around the globe in the region, Jamaica and Trinidad agree to foster closer links for regional security. In international news, Russia deepens Europe's energy squeeze with new gas halt. And coming up in sports, Patriots to play Talawas in CPL opener tonight, while Ministry of Sports ready for new school term. Details right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue. Available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. The morning session of the opening session of the 11th Parliament featured the appointment of the President of the Senate and Speaker of the House.
Decima Williams is the President of the Senate and Leo Cato the Speaker of the House. This as the ceremonial state opening of the 11th Parliament wrapped up on Wednesday. The ceremony began this morning approximately 9 weeks after a new government was voted into office in the June 23 general elections. The majority of the lower house, or House of Representatives, is led by Deacon Mitchell, the leader of the National Democratic Congress, while the minority is led by Dr. Keith Mitchell, leader of the New National Party. During this morning's session, the main activities for the first session of the lower house were the swearing in or taking the oath of office for each of the 15 members of parliament, nominating and electing the speaker and deputy speaker of the house, appointments to the various committees such as Public Accounts Committee and Privilege Committee and the Standing Orders Committee. In the upper house or Senate, the main activity for the first session was also the swearing in or taking of the oath of office for each of the appointed 13 senators. The 7 senators from the government side who took their oath this morning are Senators Claudette Joseph, Adrian Thomas, Quince Britton, Gloria Thomas, Gayton Jonathan Lacrette, David Andrew, and Dr. Decima Williams as President. Decima Williams is the 4th female President of the Senate. The last was Miss Margaret Nichols in 1990. The opposition senators appointed this morning was Senator Neelan Franklin and Katisha Douglas. Senator Nolan Cox was absent. The independent senators who took the oath are Senators Andre Lewis representing Labour, Roderick Sinclair representing Farmers and Fisherfolk, and Salim Rahman representing the business sector, replacing Senator Christopher Diali. Visiting dignitaries were Prime Minister of St. Lucia Philip J. Pierre and Prime Minister of the Republic of Dominica Roosevelt Skerritt, as well as the Director of the OECS, Mr. Didicus Jules. For GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Transformative development towards a sustainable, equitable, and prosperous Grenada. This is the theme for the first session of the 11th Parliament. Governor General Dame Cecilia Grenade delivered this morning's throne speech, outlining the 5 pillars by which the newly elected government will be driven. Rena Pierre-Thomas tells us more.
Citizen empowerment, economic transformation, governance and institution rebuilding, environmental management and foreign policies are the 5 pillars that will be the focus of the NDC-led government toward nation building. This was outlined in the throne speech delivered by Governor General Dame Cecilia Grenade on Wednesday morning. She spoke of the government's priorities for the first year in office.
Priorities for the first year are intended to be results-oriented, focusing on the implementation of strategic programs, projects, and policies to gain the maximum benefit from the resources that are available. My government will be driven by 5 overarching pillars. 1, citizen empowerment. 2, economic transformation. 3, governance and institutional rebuilding. 4, environmental management, and 5, foreign policy.
Rather than making a wish list and setting overly ambitious targets, Dame Cecile explained that government will focus priority areas for investment in different sectors. She spoke of the government's plans for transformation.
My government's program to transform Grenada will provide a balanced and integrated approach to sustainable development, consistent with my government's thrust for a sustainable, equitable, and prosperous Grenada for all. This is aligned with Vision 2035, Grenada, a resilient and prosperous nation with a conscious and caring citizenry, promoting human dignity and realizing its full potential through sustainable economic, social, and environmental progress for all.
The Governor General says dialogue with stakeholders has already begun in the transformation process.
Dialogue with developmental partners and key stakeholders has already begun with the aim of determining the most effective approaches to upgrade the national health infrastructure and fully implement the National Health Insurance Scheme. My government also recognizes the need to promote healthy living standards and wellness through food and nutrition security, meditation, and exercise. These are essential components to facilitate preventative lifestyles and behavioral practices which foster positive.
The theme for this new session of the 11th Parliament is transformative development towards a sustainable, equitable, and prosperous Grenada. For GBN News, I am Rena Pierre-Thomas reporting.
Names were missing on the program for the ceremonial state opening of the first session of the 11th Parliament. Opposition leader Dr. Keith Mitchell says that while he believes the omission of opposition MPs' names is strange, he will not fully express himself until he's more informed about what may have happened.
That's a very strange one. I don't understand it. Maybe you need to ask the government side about that, because the document is there every year, so I don't understand how it could have been left out. It's unfortunate. But I wouldn't cast any aspersion until I know what it is. It's sad. It's not a good thing.
Members of Parliament were officially sworn in at the ceremonial state opening of the first session of the 11th Parliament on Wednesday. Let's take a look at the members as they took the oath of office.
I, Leo Cato.
I, Decima Margaret Williams.
I, Deacon Mitchell.
I,
Keith Claudius Mitchell.
I, Andy Williams.
I, David Evelyn Andrew.
I, Dennis Cornwall.
I, Joseph Andel.
I, Karine Zinel James.
I, Lennox John Andrews.
I, Philip Alfred Telesford.
I, Ron Livingston Redhead.
I, Kevin Andrews.
I, Adrian Augustine Thomas.
I, Claudette Joseph.
I, David Evelyn Andrew.
I, Gloria Ann Thomas.
Gayton Jonathan Blackret.
I, Quince Britton.
I, Delma Thomas.
I, Peter David.
I, Kate Skeeter Lewis Peters.
I, Monday Andre Lewis.
I, Katisha Douglas.
I, Nilon Nehemiah Franklin.
I, Roderick Sinclair.
I, Salim Rahman.
And this is news at 7. Coming up, impasse settled after $3.185 million payment by government to TAMCC. Stay with us.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Ready to win with the all-new Supermarket Sweep, the Back-to-School Edition, on Saturday, September 3rd. Be at Tantine Playing Field from 2 p.m. Take part in our fun and exciting games and get a chance to win one of 24 $350 hampers or one of 26 bonus hampers valued up to $100, plus 50 school bags, a total of 100 giveaways. We've also got live entertainment and a bouncing castle for the kids. Tantine Playing Field comes alive on September 3rd. This is your chance to win. It's the Supermarket Sweep Back to School Edition, a game for we.
This summer, make your dreams a reality with the Co-op Bank Summer Sizzle Loan. Get up to $35,000 and qualify to win amazing prizes. You can win day passes for 2 or vouchers for school supplies. Take that trip you've been longing for. Enjoy the carnival season. Have the wedding of your dreams. Make those home renovations or send your children back to school well prepared and fully equipped. Make this summer sizzle with the Co-op Bank Summer Sizzle Loan. Visit your nearest retail banking unit for more details. Special terms and conditions apply.
Welcome home.
Do you know that you can lower your electricity bill by using energy-saving bulbs? CFLs and LEDs use up to 75% less energy than your traditional bulbs, and they even last 10 to 25 times longer. Over time, consider switching to more energy-efficient CFLs and LEDs, which can help lower your electricity bill. As an individual consumer, I cannot impact global fuel prices. However, I can ease the burden of rising fuel rates by using energy-saving bulbs. What can you do?
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always.
Pfizer celebrates 75 years of transforming lives with its celebratory suite of loan products. Own your own vehicle, education, land, or home, and anchor your roots. Start living the life you deserve by applying for an own-your-own loan at reduced interest rates. Simplify your life and consolidate all your debts by applying for a Simplify loan and open doors to new beginnings and explore more opportunities to shape your future. Call or send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987 or email us at loans@arisecu.com today to continue your journey towards financial freedom. Terms and conditions apply. Arise Credit Union, celebrating 75 years of transforming lives.
Hubbard's is adapting to the times to enhance your shopping convenience with its new online store. You can now shop for appliances, hardware, houseware, builders material, and still enjoy free delivery island-wide. Start shopping now at www.hubbardshardware.gd. Safe, convenient, reliable. Hubbard's. Quality service, affordable prices.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Attorney at law Jerry Edwin has questioned the portfolio of Legal Affairs Minister Claudette Joseph. His reservations came following a recent statement made by the minister in responding to allegations of victimization. More in this report.
Should the Attorney General remain as the Minister of Labor? I think that our dear Prime Minister has a choice to make. Either Ms. Joseph sits as his Minister of Labor or the Minister in charge of the Attorney General's office.
Attorney at law Jerry Edwin speaking in light of a recent statement made by Attorney General and Minister for Legal Affairs and Labor Claudette Joseph. According to him, the integrity of the office of the Attorney General has come into question.
The Minister of Legal Affairs states that persons are fired because they campaigned against the transformation agenda. I believe that my dear friend, Ms. Joseph, is speaking as a politician, which she is. And one wonders whether if the Prime Minister of Grenada needs some advice from the Attorney General as to the legality of the firing of those persons in Caracou, whether or not the Attorney General is capable of impartially giving the Prime Minister, the Cabinet, and by extension the people of Grenada, an opinion that is not politically biased.
Ms. Joseph recently addressed the firing and in some instances the transfer of some employees on the Sister Isle Caracou as acting within the law.
As Attorney General, I am satisfied based on all the information provided that there was nothing wrong morally or legally in the steps taken, but that in fact those steps were taken in furtherance of the transformation agenda of this government. Because in one particular case, the person was actively campaigning against the transformation agenda.
Wow.
So there were good enough reason, and in two instances, I understand there were transfers.
Edwin says he is not questioning the competence of Ms. Joseph, however, what appears to be compromised. He believes this calls for Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell to make a decision.
Can she serve the role of Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs? Absolutely. It is that other office, that of the Minister of Labor, that I think puts that other office, the Attorney General of Grenada, into some doubt, because the Attorney General is the government's attorney. The Attorney General provides opinions to the Cabinet as to the legality of certain steps they may take. I think the advice that he receives in his Cabinet on questions concerning labor will not be the best advice from the Attorney General, because Ms. Joseph, being a very competent attorney, can serve certainly as the Attorney General, but I think the position is compromised when she also sits as the Minister of Labor, and the political issues may jaundice her eyes into thinking clearly.
Christelina John, GBN News.
On Tuesday evening, Republic Bank employees at each branch gathered in front of their respective buildings to consider the issue of salary increase and the offer which is being placed before them. More in this Rena Pierre-Thomas report.
Workers of all Republic Bank branches gathered in front of their various offices from around 4:30 p.m. Tuesday in a unified call to reflect on what they say is the bank's unwillingness to agree to a reasonable salary increase for the last 3 years. President of the Bank and General Workers Union and union representative for the workers, Joseph Mitchell, said that after receiving millions of dollars in profit for the years, 1.5 salary increase can never be fair to workers.
We have had a recent discussion with the workers in terms of the current negotiations with the bank. And one of the main things that came to light really is that workers are really dissatisfied in terms of the bank's readiness to negotiate the aspect of salary increases. The bank in particular have made, and we are negotiating for periods that is actually well gone already, it's 3 years past. And the bank has made several $1 million of profit after tax, but they have only been willing to pay 1.5% salary increase over the 3-year period.
Workers are dissatisfied with the situation, pinpointing the increase in the cost of living and how the increase in payment will affect the lives of workers.
We have made proposal of or proposed figure in terms of salary increase. Obviously, the 1.5% over 3 years really is miles away from what we think is adequate in this time. So they more or less took the afternoon yesterday just to reflect on the current state of affairs, how they're going to deal with that, looking at the way forward. And so essentially, I don't see it as an action really, but it's a time where people of a common interest came together to discuss things of mutual importance and benefit to them. So that's essentially what it was.
Mitchell said they are now hoping that good sense will prevail and this situation will be resolved in a calm manner.
So we consistently engage the workers. We will engage them again in the next few days, really. But at the end of the day, we hope that what we hope that would happen in the long run is that there's going to be an environment of industrial peace on both sides, which at the end of the day, I hope would be beneficial to all parties. So essentially, the union here really is to try to facilitate a process really that at the end of the day, both sides are going to come out winners. That's what we're hoping for.
The managing body of Republic Bank issued a press release on the matter, which states, and I quote, "The bank is in the midst of negotiations with the Bank and General Workers Union as part of our collective agreement with them on behalf of the staff. The negotiation process is ongoing and we prefer to refrain from additional comments at this time. We look forward to continue amicable talks with the union in the best interest of our staff and organization." For GBN News, I am Rena Pierre-Thomas reporting.
And the TA Marischal Community College's employees can rest assured that their matter is being addressed. That's the assurance given by Education Minister David Andrew. He said government has put forward $1 million to the institution. More in this report.
After prolonged protest action taken by some employees at the TA Marischal Community College demonstrating for outstanding increments, Education Minister David Andrew says they are now in a better place. During Tuesday's press brief, he says they have met with various stakeholders involved and have arrived at a resolution for some of the issues employees face, and payments will be made.
So to date, council is in place. We have had a resolution passed by council. In essence, staff and the unions agreeing to return to work and end the impasse upon government's commitment, which we have already made, to pay the close to $3.185 million towards the payment of outstanding fees and increases. Now, there are outstanding arrears, back payment, and there are increases, and so that has to be leveraged against both. Now, when all is put together, it's a significant figure, but we are willing to advance that much, and the unions have agreed that they are prepared to accept this while we deal with some of the other more protracted, long-standing issues related to TAMCC.
Government is also currently assessing the amount due in retroactive payments and how it can be paid soonest. Minister Andrew says that protesting workers represented by the Grenada Union of Teachers and the Public Workers Union are back to work while discussions continue for other outstanding payments.
Members of the represented by the Grenada Union of Teachers have gone back to work. So we are quite pleased to report that. There are one or two other things related to a commitment from government as to a timeline for the payment of the retroactive sections. We'll be quite happy to do that once we have verified figures as to what those are, and then we can determine a timeline for payment even in tranches. But given where we were, I'm quite happy to report that.
The arrangements between government and TAMCC stakeholders were first disclosed by President of the Grenada Union of Teachers, Jude Bartholomew, and President of the Public Workers Union, Brian Grimes.
We can say that the government of Grenada did approve $3,185,000, the sum offered thereof, to reach that settlement for salary increases for the period 2017 to 2022. And we're just talking here about salary increases for the lecturers at TAMCC and also the other faculty and staff. And council did pass a resolution and give the commitment to pay the workers no later than the 15th of September.
President of PWU, Brian Grimes, says there are still some issues to be ironed out.
All we have to do now is iron out some finite details. Generally, the content of the resolution is good, but there are some things to be ironed out. For example, the payment dates for the retroactive payment, because we're talking about increased retroactive increments and things of that nature. So we do not want to have an open-ended contract.
Andrew said that the agreement between all parties was done through a council chaired by Dr. Wendy Grenade. TAMCC prepares for the start of the new school year. However, there was a delay in the registration process.
Say too that the decision has been taken to have registration commenced on Monday, September 5th, which is a one-week delay. But given all that has been happening, we are satisfied that we are heading in the right direction and services will resume as per usual. So we have
Christina John, GBN News.
Grenadians are proud supporters of our citizens who represent our country. Naturally, an investment in our young footballers is what's trending on tonight's Social Buzz.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz report.
GBN Social Buzz is reaching beyond the local platform to share with you what's trending on social media. The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture has handed over a check valued at $140,000 to the Grenada Football Association. This will assist 8 students traveling to the U.S. colleges to further their studies. The donation was made possible through the National Lotteries Authority. Social media users took to the comment section to express concerns about this latest development. The following views are of members of the public and not of the GBN. Andela said, "Oh please people, NLA has not just started to contribute to sports culture and nation building. All the people just now start to mind the nation's business and pay attention to what's happening. Stop acting as if it's a new initiative or a first-time thing. This has been ongoing for ages. I'm tired of you all." Rana said, "Stop all your nonsense. Why we John public wasn't made aware of it. So now we can see and listen. All the naysayers better sit in the back of the class, and is that we're moving forward." Elva said, "I never knew what the Grenada Lottery Authority was doing with the money. Now I know it's for sports and culture. Transparency." Esther said, "No matter what people receive from the previous administration, they will always be negative. Remember, no matter who do or do not do, you cannot please some Canadians at all. It's a trend some of them have with this behavior. So do you think it will be different with this new government?" Patrice added, "Yes, sports, culture, and nation building. My area could do with a lotto-sponsored bus shelter." Esther said, "People, be real. This is not something that has just been happening. It's always been there. You guys stop your negative comments and open your eyes if you cannot see." Don Marie added, "This has always been what they were doing. Lotto and the Ministry of Sports have been sending students and athletes all over for years." Sekou said, "Well, that's Lotto's motto for years, and they've been doing it. So what's new here?" That's what's buzzing tonight. We encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to submit your think pieces on trending topics locally, regionally, and internationally via our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
And still ahead, Cabinet overturned the 2014 prohibition for TAMCC and UE. This is News at 7.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Stasia Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Stasia Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. Stasia Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grandlands. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679 or 406-1500 or visit any of our 3 locations. Stasia Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
This is Sammy coming back from Juvenile. Here comes Sammy again. This time, he is hurrying to join the fancy mass band. It is now after Carnival. Sammy and Robbie are liming on Wall Street.
Come on, Sammy, man. Guys, where you throwing the bull? Oh, you do have respect for the environment, or what?
Got just one bone and the dog eating that just now?
Yeah, not only dog, rat too. throwing bone on the ground so just cause rodent. And besides, he don't looking good, man.
Well, man, I mean, this kind of talk you're spoiling the line, man. Relax yourself now.
I can't relax when you're dotting up the environment, so do the right thing.
All right. Nice. Let me head for the garbage bin.
Let's keep our islands clean. Take your garbage with you if no bins are available. Don't throw garbage out of vehicles and on the streets. Stop, think, use the bins. A message from the Department of Tourism and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
Solar lights are back in stock and will be available for purchase at Southern Electrical. Here is a list of the solar lights that we offer. 200 to 300 watt intelligent floodlights with camera, 300 to 500 watt solar street lights, 60, 100, 200 and 500 RGB solar floodlights, 100, 200, 300, 500 and 800 solar floodlights, solar garden lights, 25, 40, 60, 100 and 200 watt solar floodlights, 3, 7 and 10 watt solar wall lights, motion center garden lights, motion sensor floodlights, 30, 60 and 90 watt solar street lights with accessories, 5 watt solar wall lamps, 40 and 60 solar street lights, and 100 and 300 solar floodlights with battery power display. Now available at Southern Electrical, Dusty Highway, St. George. Visit our showroom today.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Welcome back. Cabinet has overturned the prohibition that prevented students interested in pursuing law and medical degrees at the University of the West Indies from receiving economic assistance. More in this report.
Education Minister David Andrews says the support for economic cost assistance is accessible to both potential and current students who will be on site at the University of the West Indies campuses. He says the prohibition that has been in place since 2014 is now discontinued.
We've had several students feeling deprived and denied of that opportunity simply because of the program of choice. And the reality is, though, that because of the arrangement that participating member states have with the University of the West Indies, there is a fee that we pay anyway. to the university, and so there's no real reason to deprive our citizens from enjoying economic cost when there is, if I'm not mistaken, it's a $3 million fee that's paid, I probably can't be corrected, but to the University of the West Indies annually because we're supporting territories to the university. So all of our students should, in fact, as many as possible, be encouraged to benefit from that because it's part of the agreement.
The minister stated further that more than 40 scholarships have been approved for students to complete studies at the University of the West Indies at the master's and bachelor's levels.
The cabinet did approve a listing of, I'm subject to correction, but close to 16 or 17 awards for the master's level and close to 42 at the bachelor's level. And that was recently approved by the cabinet. So for those of you who did apply, feel comfortable that you met the criteria, that you have been successful.
Under the government's tuition assistance program, the minister says payments will be made directly to the institutions they attend. In short order, payments will be made to the University of the West Indies and the St. George's University on behalf of applicants.
Pleased to report that the persons who have applied having gone to UE or to SGU wanting the tuition assistance for those institutions, those funds would be paid directly to the school. So don't expect any individual check, but those would be paid directly to the school. And in the case of the University of the West Indies and the St. George's University, I'm informed from the Prime Minister's ministry that those have already been applied. We are still in the process of finalizing those for TAMCC because we have received for them as well. But be informed that those payments will be applied directly to the colleges.
Christelina John, GBN News.
Well, many creatures can be found under the sea. And what do you know? Here's one captured through the GBN ISAW lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISAW is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight's ISAW features photograph of a sea creature captured while diving in Grenada. This photograph captured is of a pyrosome. Pyrosomes are cylindrical or cone-shaped colonies up to 60 feet long, made up of hundreds to thousands of individuals known as zooids. Colonies range in size from less than 1 centimeter to several meters in length. They are commonly called sea pickles. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Well, stay with us. We'll have the sports report for you next.
Fuel your dreams with a communal vehicle loan. It's a huge deal with super awesome rates and discounts. Get the vehicle that's just for you. Enjoy your journey. Make memories. Explore more. We're fueling dreams to your destination. It's a huge deal and it's just for you. Your destination, and we'll take you there. Call or message us on WhatsApp 405-6670 or 405-2248. Let's get you where you have to be with Communal and Friends. This special promotion is in collaboration with The Beacon Insurance, Netherlands Insurance, Greens Automotive, RF Motors, and Specialized Automotive. We're fueling dreams to your destination. Apply today. Lending terms and conditions apply.
If there was ever a time to keep and stay healthy, it's now. We at Hills and Valley are here to help you take deliberate steps to maintain your health. We stayed true to maintaining the most comprehensive rates while stocking the widest range of medicines and health devices, including personal protective equipment. There are so many benefits shopping with us. You get great savings through discounts for senior citizens and reward cards for loyal customers. Ask about owning yours today. Visit us at Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George, Jubilee Street opposite the Grenville Bus Terminal, and at Hillsborough, Carrico. Our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street also stocks the widest range of pharmaceuticals. We are with you on the hills and in the valleys. We are Hills and Valley Pharmacy.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Be ready for school with the coolest deals from Quartz. Free gift with your back-to-school purchases. Plus big discounts on cell phones, computers, printers, televisions, and more. Shop today with no cash and get instant credit on 3 to 48 months credit plan. Save big with great deals and head back to school in style. Only from Quartz. Bringing value home. Conditions apply.
You can lower your electricity bill by changing the way you do laundry. Front-loader washing machines are designed to reduce electricity and water consumption. When upgrading, buy with this in mind. You can also lower your electricity bill by doing full loads of laundry, using the sunlight to dry your clothes, and ironing in bulk. As an individual consumer, I cannot impact global fuel prices. However, I can ease the burden of rising fuel rates by changing the way I do laundry. What can you do?
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always.
Okay, sports fans, let's catch you up on what's happening in the world of sports. Cricket fever hits a crescendo tonight with the start of the biggest party in sports, the Heroes CPL 2022. Defending champion St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots will play the Jamaica Talawas in the opener. The tournament is in its 10th year. The 6 teams featuring in the 2022 edition of CPL are Barbados Royals, the Guyana Amazon Warriors, Jamaica Talawas, St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, St. Lucia Kings, and Trinbago Knight Riders. 3 Grenadians are among those hoping to shine in 2022. They are Andre Fletcher, Teddy Bishop, and Preston McSween. Fletcher plays for St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, and Teddy Bishop plays for Barbados Royals, while Preston McSween will ply his trade a bit closer to home with the St. Lucia Kings. Of course, there'll be live broadcasts daily on GBN and K105 and GBN TV. Grenada will play host nation to St. Vincent in their first match of the inaugural America's Men's Netball Championship. The tournament shuts off Thursday evening. 5 teams are participating in the tournament. They are Grenada, Barbados, Jamaica, and Antigua and Barbuda. Alongside South Africa's tournament will wrap up on Sunday. Team Grenada had a full training session to head off their opening clash with the home team. Liebert Alexander is the team captain.
The players in general, the team is ready. We are highly motivated. We have that grim team spirit. We have some chemistry in play that we would actually put into practical competition. So we think we are actually there to compete at our best.
So Darren Oxford and Alex Wilson play goal attack and center positions respectively.
It means a lot because we are basically the pioneers of men's netball in Grenada, and it's a wonderful feeling to not just represent netball but represent Grenada and trying to put men's netball on the map basically.
I expect it to be fun. I expect it to be great. I expect us to come out there with the win, because we have been training hard. We have been putting in the day's work. We've been running. Coach have been helping us, which is Pablo. He have been talking to us, motivating us. We have a great team spirit, so I expect us to perform at the top level.
And the new school term is expected to be a very active one for schools and sports officials alike. So says Coordinator of Sports, Curlan Peters. This follows what has been a past few years punctuated by COVID-19 and the work to rule protocol enforced by the GOT. Peters says his team is ready to deliver.
During COVID and during the break, we have done so much of training programs. We actually have a training program going on now with some coaches that we are preparing to give different assignments to assist with the support of the PE program and the coaching in primary school to help reboost that primary school competition and coaching, the development of sports from that level, which we have been missing, with the primary school football competition, the primary school cricket, and etc.
Curlan Alexander also shared on some of the main attractions on the calendar.
So in September to December, you really know that we usually have, as I mentioned, the Rice football. We usually have the, which we are looking forward to have. We have meetings so far with Seco, as I mentioned, the netball tournament, the Sport Shop netball tournament. We also are preparing for the cross country. The cross countries are usually held in November. We are also trying to meet with some stakeholders for sponsorship for the cross country. We usually have 4 cross countries, and we want to see if we can sponsor so that we can give the kids the trophies and medals after each race. So we are sending out letters of sponsorship for this. We also had preparing to support our associations or with the mini meets and some of the outreach program. We're preparing for the subway to meet with the stakeholders to discuss and for the execution of the subway basketball tournament. And then we look forward to the tennis, the swimming, all the competition.
And that's what's been happening in sport. Remember to stay tuned to GBN to watch many of the live shows. All right. And now for a look at what's happening around the region and the wider world. 2 Caribbean countries have agreed to foster closer links for regional security. Jamaica and Trinidad are the 2 CARICOM countries, as we hear in this report.
A
spike in weapons being smuggled into Haiti and the rest of the Caribbean forced U.S. authorities in mid-August to speak out against the illicit trade. U.S. authorities promised to boost efforts to stem the flow of illegal guns, which have contributed to gang violence and rising crime in the region. For Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, that declaration was not by accident.
That is something which we had to impress upon the United States as CARICOM, that you cannot turn the blind eye to us, where every CARICOM country is in this predicament, and your suppliers and your diaspora people can just flood us and we just get the results of it.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness says Jamaica and Trinidad will also continue to share information regarding threats to national security while increasing surveillance.
The challenge, of course, is managing what I call enterprise crime. Criminal gangs whose sole purpose is to infiltrate state organizations, corrupt institutions, and use that power that they gain to facilitate illegal trade.
And on Friday, media workers in Guyana will be exposed to increased sensitization and information on the monkeypox virus, which is currently making its rounds in Guyana. The workshop is among the plethora of measures being pursued by the Health Ministry as it navigates an effective response to the virus. More in this report from HGPTV.
Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony, during his daily COVID-19 update on Tuesday, announced that the Health Ministry, as part of its series of engagements with relevant stakeholders, will be hosting a media sensitization workshop to enable media workers to better understand and provide clear and accurate information when reporting on monkeypox.
The intention of it is to give people a very factual presentation on what is happening with monkeypox globally, what are the causes of monkeypox, how it's transmitted, what are the clinical signs and symptoms.
Additionally, the workshop slated for Friday is expected to provide improved sensitivity to media operatives as it relates to responsible media coverage as well as relevant information on specific events and situations concerning the virus.
How it can affect the program if we have irresponsible reporting.
And Russia has shut down the Nord Stream 1 pipeline for 3 days for planned maintenance. It's the main link delivering gas from Russia to Germany and the rest of Western Europe. In recent months, Russia has significantly reduced the volume of gas transported via the pipeline. More from Al Jazeera.
This is the Portova compressor terminal near St. Petersburg, where gas meant for German markets is ready for delivery. And yet in these pictures, excess gas is being burned off, which is odd, because for months the volume of gas sent to Germany via the Nord Stream 1 network has been cut. And for the next 3 days, nothing will come through it. Part of planned maintenance, says Gazprom. Part of President Vladimir Putin's politicking, says Germany.
We are literally paying a price. These stoppages have been bandied about in talk shows and political speeches as a rhetorical possibility over the summer. But it's not rhetoric, it's a bitter reality.
Which is why ministers have spent months trying to find gas from other sources. Part of the German government's coping strategy depends on installations like this one, a gas storage facility at Rüdersdorf outside Berlin. Here it's already almost 95% full, and 95% capacity is the target the German government has set to be reached by the 1st of November.
And that's what's been happening around the globe. We'll come back to what's happening here on the shores of Grenada. Stay with us. Now for a recap of the night's top headlines. NDC-led government to be driven by 5 overarching pillars as the first session of the 11th Parliament opens. Cabinet overturns 2014 prohibition for TAMCC and UE. Impasse settled after $3.185 million payment by government to TAMCC. And in around the globe, in the region, Jamaica and Trinidad agreed to foster closer links for regional security. In international news, Russia deepens Europe's energy squeeze with new gas halt. And in sports, Patriots to play Talawas in CPL opener, while Ministry ready for start of new school term. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at gbn.gd or on GBN Television's Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. Thank you for joining us. Good night.